Show with me, Joe. The show where I read an article a day to keep my stupid away. You learn something, I learn something, we grow together, baby. Woo! So today's article is entitled, I Still Don't Understand Women's Taste in Men. Some thoughts on the nature of taste from a straight dude. As a straight dude, I can say I've also been confused in the past by women's taste in men. And I'm sure that in this article we'll cover some examples, so I won't have to get into it right now. He writes, I've had the full spectrum of dating experiences. I've had one-night stands, long-term relationships. I've gotten engaged, married, and divorced. I did that post-divorce crazy dating spree. I currently have a girlfriend who I love dearly. Well, Sean, way to brag. In my 36 years, I've had more dating experience than most, and in that time, I've come to a few simple truths. There we go, fourth on the list. He doesn't understand women's tastes in men. That's what the article is about. He says, I've tried for a long time to get it, but dagnammit, he hasn't figured it out yet. He's got some theories, though. I have some theories, too. We'll see if they align or not. In fact, he has two theories. Not as many as I was expecting when he says,
I've got theories.
First theory. Most women are very, very picky, and it plays out in many interesting ways. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say most people in general are very picky, men and women. For example, if the girl has, odd-looking feet, guy's out. So I'm going to say both sexes pretty fucking picky. 2, their taste can be unpredictable. A true psychic would get it wrong. 2 hypothetical examples. Some of you might relate to this first one. Imagine we have a beautiful friend. Her name is Amy. She's smart, kind, and capable. Deserving of a great partner. When she walks down the sidewalk, heads turn. Finally, she gets a new boyfriend after being single for so long. You hear about him for months. The day comes, she brings him to a cookout. It feels like the big unveiling. Amy, who you dating? And then the guy has not one redeeming quality. He's unattractive, egotistical, and a jerk. I've seen this happen countless times to actually countless attractive women. Second example, from a different angle. Imagine you have a beautiful friend. We'll call her Jamie. She has this handsome, kind boyfriend. He's driven and successful. He's generous with his time. He takes her on romantic dates and trips and looks like one of those studs on The Bachelor. Oh, Sean, I didn't realize you were writing this article about me. If I would have known I was the example, I would have, at least given you a shout out earlier. Everyone gets along with him and says nice things. Then at the next get together, Jamie shows up without him. You ask her, hey, Jamie, what happened to your guy? She's like,
we broke up. I just wasn't feeling it anymore.
Followed by years of her complaining about her new loser boyfriend and her friends begging her to dump him. I bet we both have people in our lives that have gone through these exact situations. Although I think, again, this applies to both sexes. I know dudes that have dated women that were bad for them. And they knew they were bad for them. Hell, I've been that person before, dating people that I knew were bad for me. I think sometimes it comes down to just who's giving you attention. But as humans, we all have this want and need to connect. And sometimes you're not getting attention from the person that you really truly feel like you connect with, and you're getting something from somebody else, and so you just end up dating them. I also want to note that it's more of a reflection on that person dating somebody that is not good on them, that is not good for them, than it is on the partner that they're with. Clearly, that person has something that maybe they should be going to therapy for, or maybe talking to somebody about, or reflecting on internally, that is causing them to date bad people for them or break up with people that are good for them. They're running from something. They've been conditioned in some way, maybe from their relationship with their parents growing up, or maybe over time, to run away from things that are good for them and be attracted to things that are bad for them. So there's something internally that they haven't dealt with that they need to deal with. And that's why a lot of these people continue to date shitty people, is that they've got something deep inside that they're not addressing that they need to address. And if you have someone in your life that is a serial dater and bad people, maybe bring it up and be like, hey, let's talk about this. What's actually going on the inside? What do we need to address in you to get you to date better people? Because generally, something's going on the inside. Back to the article though. He was Googling hot guys. We've all been there. A few months back, I was working on a piece about human intimacy. The article included an analogy to sea slugs who grow detachable penises? Who grow detachable penises that they use to sword fight? Wow. Okay. Detachable penises that they use to sword fight? What am I reading right now? Hey, if you like my content, hit that subscribe button and mash that bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. Thank you. Let's try this again. Article included an analogy to sea slugs who grow detachable penises that they use to sword fight to see who can get pregnant first. I needed a photo to supplement my sea slug post. Specifically, I needed a picture of a hot guy, eye candy for the ladies. So I googled hot man and began working through the photos. I scrolled and scrolled and scrolled. Finally, I realized that I have no idea what these women will like. On the sexuality spectrum, I'm a pretty straight guy. Me too. But I feel like I can objectively pick out an attractive man that most would like. I feel that as well. Yet as I looked at each hot guy, all I could see in my head were women in front of their screens nodding, no, he's gross. Ew, no, not him. Not hot. It seems like there's a small select group of men that most women find attractive, the young Brad Pitts and Bradley Coopers of the world. Outside of that, it's anyone's game. In the end, I just posted a picture of a panda and called it a day. Yo, pandas can be pretty fucking handsome though. My experience with those pictures mostly mirrors my dating experience and my time around women. I can recall many moments from my younger days, either when I was in the car with my girlfriend and her female friends, or other groups of women when one of those cliche conversations about hot guys would spring up. I'd always get really quiet and listen with great intent. This was a critical intel for young man. But it always ended with me more confused. There would always be someone saying,
Blank is hot.
with another girl being like,
Ew, no, he has weird ears.
or,
Z is hot.
and another girl saying,
I don't like his hair though. He seems annoying.
or,
Jay, he's hot.
and the other girl is groaning. I've been in those conversations before. I think I've been one of those girls before where a girl would be like, he's hot. And I'm like, no, ew, what? What are you thinking? So maybe we all have our inner girlfriend. Her husband then was like, him? Really? Why? Oh, see? Channeling his inner girlfriend. She laughed and said, I don't know. I just like the shape of his head. Yo. I'm just saying. Your boy's got a great head shape. I'd wager that if you put an objectively attractive man in front of a group of women right now and asked them to rate his looks on a scale of 1 to 10, the results would look like this. 9, 2, 10, 2, 3, 8, 5. Are they using a complex equation or a random number generator? My best theory is that attraction is a strong multivariate equation for each woman with lots of things involved, including comfort and trust. So to your men out there, if you're rejected a lot, don't fret. Women can be very picky with their romantic partners. Each woman's taste is very different than the next. It's a good thing. For them in safety, for us in having a shot. Think about it. If all women were the same and they all like the same type of guy, most of us would be totally screwed. Right, guys? So take comfort in knowing that each woman is different and that if she likes you, you've probably passed substantial barriers and preferences and perhaps a few string theory equations along the way to tongue sticky out phase. First, I want to point out that I think both men and women are super picky. This is not a men versus women issue. I think that both sides super picky. Like I said before, dudes might not like your feet and then you're out. Dudes are super visual. I think the secret, honestly, for a woman to get a guy is be nice to him, milk him once a day, and look cute. That's all they need. But as far as what women look for in a man, I think that I'm going to have to err on the side of everyone's looking for something different. We're all looking for something different. I don't think you can put the whole of women into one box, just like I don't think you can put the whole of guys into one box. It's whatever they connect with. Maybe one woman likes a really, really, really confident dude to make the first step all the time and be super aggressive about it. Another girl might not like that. She might be into the quiet dude who looks kind of weird, stands off in the corner, and doesn't talk to anybody. It's just different for different people. So trying to guess what women as a whole want, I think, is an invalid and stupid quest. You should be trying to figure out what the person that you want to date is into, and then making yourself likable and finding commonalities between you and that person and presenting a good case. Yeah, you can study something like the game or pick up artistry if you're a man to give yourself a little bit of an edge. Maybe you're really shy and you don't know how to talk to people, so these places can give you tools and tips to be a better, conversationalist, and they can also turn you into a great manipulator. Unfortunately, it's, with great power comes great responsibility. So use the tools responsibly. But I think that everyone is just looking for their person that they connect with at the end of the day. It also helps for both genders if you're not too hard on the eyes. Sorry. So with that nugget, this has been The Joe Show for today. If you like my content, please hit subscribe. We're trying to grow this channel. You can follow me on Instagram at A Joe Show and send articles that you find interesting to hijoeshow@gmail.com. Until tomorrow, read something good. This has been The Joe Show.